Hello, Fightful Faithful. It's Tuesday.
There is more like animosity and heat between Alex and his internet than we saw maybe on a show called NXT Revenge. But it is the Sour Grabs post show for April 14th. It's WrestleMania week, ladies and gentlemen. Happy WrestleMania week to all the young boys and girls out there. For better or for worse, it is the biggest week of the year in professional wrestling. Get in your super chats and get in your humper chats at humperchats.com. Please also leave a thumbs up on this video because you like us. You really like us. Sean is in Vegas, allegedly working. Hopefully there's still a website by the time he comes back. I don't know if he's out there gambling or not. He might be playing with company money for all we know, but allegedly he's doing some interviews. He's staying at Circa. You've been hearing about it for well over a month now. Doing so much, including tough work life for Sean. He's going to be poolside at a cabana watching WrestleMania from Circa Las Vegas. So poor Sean. But that won't stop the scoops from coming, Alex. That's the biggest thing. Okay, we even had some MLW scoops earlier that I got to publish because Sean's away, and I was the one that formatted the article. So basically, I'm the lead scoopster in wrestling right now, which is really exciting. Congratulations to me, but there's going to be more AEW scoops tomorrow, including a heavily pitched. You know what? We'll wait. We're going to wait on that one. We'll let the article tell you guys tomorrow. We'll let that be how it is. But there was an update on Swerve's absence today, which we can tell you about. He has been away filming for Warner Brothers Discovery a little bit. There's going to be those WrestleMania scoops threads all weekend long, select answers and bonus select answers because Sean's been out over there for you. And WrestleVotes, of course, putting in extra work. Also, Sean's preview and betting odds show for MyBookieAG, who is a wonderful sponsor to us. But Alex, despite me being the top scoopster in the industry as of today, I feel like what I didn't get the scoop on was any revenge for the show called NXT Revenge. Definitely felt like, hey, it's WrestleMania week. People might be watching reset kind of vibe. Like we had some more extensive backstage like video packages than we normally do. I feel like Joe Hendry being out in concert was kind of like a, because I was like, why is he out in concert now that he's not the champion? That feels like hey, maybe some casual eyes are on us kind of segment. We're going to talk about all of that. Chad is asking for puns, Alex. Do you have a pun topic?
Vegas puns.
Ooh, Vegas gambling.
Gambling puns. We've done it in the past for other Vegas things, but like I don't have anything else.
It's not our fault they went back to the same city.
Unless you want to do revenge puns, but I don't know what there is for revenge puns.
That's tough. I think if they go to Vegas twice a year for WrestleMania, we get to do Vegas puns twice. That's fine.
All right. Vegas
casino puns,
right. Gambling puns, like opulent buffets.
Sphere puns.
Yeah. Puns about
just
spherical puns. Things that come in spheres.
I don't know if anybody exacted revenge today, Alex.
I mean, Kelani kinda, because Jaida beat her in the first match, and that's it. It should have been called NXT debuts because there were two of those and one of revenge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it should have been called evening the odds if you're going to do anything because they're in Vegas. Yeah. I have to do everything around this place, man.
It is currently hailing outside my window today. Right now it's hailing. I can hear the hail hitting my window. Because there's
your mic picked it up a little bit. I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, that's hail. Unless the neighborhood kids are egging my house again, but I'm pretty sure it's hail.
Is it Thea Hale?
No, it's definitely not Thea Hale. She's not on television.
Is it like, does your Hale have a cool new hairstyle and a lot of energy?
yeah, that, and then they booked the hail outside my window to lose
Ugh,
during all the time.
such a bummer. It's the way it goes.
So, okay.
Alex.
Jaida and Kelani had a match where Jada's she had a match um, versus Mariah May, Blake Monroe, where she was selling her neck going into the match, and then sold her shoulder during the match, and here she is a match against Kelani Jordan where she's got a bum leg, and um, you know, yeah,
She's falling apart over there.
she is. Hopefully, my window's not falling apart because it's rather loud here. So yeah, it's she's you know, well, I think I said this during the Dynasty review. My favorite kinds of matches to watch are ones where both competitors enter at 100% and
Yeah.
and fight at the best of their abilities for the entire match, as opposed
You
to one person having to sell a limb for most of it. I know this is wrestling school, and you got to like see how. Let's test how Jaida Parker sells a knee, and then it's fine. And she did a good job doing it for the most part. I don't remember any points I was like, well, she forgot about selling the knee there. I think it was fine. She couldn't do her high step.
correct.
That was cool. She couldn't do her high step celebration, so I guess that was her selling. But also, she went to do the hypnotic into the corner, which she doesn't usually do. She doesn't do a butt to face in the corner. She has a butt to face in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the problem. She was out of her element. And so there was no middle turnbuckle. So she did a butt to turnbuckle ring and butt to exposed turnbuckle, which you never want to do. And then she got a kick to the face, and Kelani did her split-legged moonsault. And both these women seemed to like they were wrestling fine. This was good. This is leading to an obvious rubber match, which is cool. I thought we were going to get that out of the Blake Monroe and Jaida Parker feud, but
Yeah,
that
it
was a
seems
one
like
and
it.
done.
Yeah.
They did so much talking leading up to the one and only match they had against each other. I thought that was definitely going to be
A series.
a series.
Yeah.
But this one, it was just like Kelani was being mean to Thea Hale, and Jaida Parker said, "Hey, don't do that." And then Kelani Jordan beat Thea Hale in 2 minutes, and then decided to take
The best
some.
way to stand up to bullying is to go, hey, don't do that.
And then Kelani Jordan did some more bullying post-match, a little post-match bullying. She stole Thea Hale's lunch money, and Jaida Parker ran in and said, "Hey, don't do that." And Kelani was very upset about that, so I had a match about it, and Jaida Parker won, and Kelani Jordan was a sore loser, as most bullies are.
Yeah.
And so she attacked her with a trash can gently backstage. They showed the film of that in a replay last week. And I was like, oh, she barely touched her with that thing. She was like, ah! And it was and place it as lovingly on your back. And so Jaida Parker was like, hey, don't do that. Don't touch me. Don't touch me lightly with a trash can. Hey, don't do that. And most wrestling is just, hey, don't do that.
Hey, knock that off.
Knock it off. Knock it off.
It was the Fonzie entrance into that.
Cut
hey,
it out.
We need in our puppet verse. We need Woody the Woodchuck to balance out Alexi and Kate. That's next. Whatever dumbass movie Sean makes us watch next. That's what we're asking for. This
Is that kendo stick made of wood?
I'm so glad Luis doesn't moderate anymore because he wouldn't even know what we're talking about because he's too stupid and young. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's only one of those things that it's not stupid. But
yeah,
this match was good. There's something with heel Kelani that I'm still waiting for the next level. And it's an in-ring thing. Because she's figured a lot out. There's a missing move in the arsenal, like a dragon screw leg whip or something, or like a we need something that's just like a little extra vicious to it, like a little extra snap with Kelani, I think, because probably because she's so stupid pretty, it's annoying for me to not just think like you're just beautiful and lovely. But like something with a little bit more like teeth to it, I think would help ring wise. But she's doing well with this. This match was perfectly good. It made sense, except for the one time you go into the corner to do the hypnotic, it's when there's an exposed turnbuckle. Oh, what are the chances I got that too?
Darn it.
I do like that Kelani seems like smarter week over week. Probably because she's a heel. And heels are allowed to be smart and faces are stupid. But that's the way it goes.
So good for these ladies. They are keeping each other busy so that a bunch of other women can come after Lola Vice at the end of the night.
Yes.
Shiloh Hill is in the men's locker room. He's got a hammer and a clipboard. He's running through an inventory of things that he needs to do something. And Ricky Saints comes in. What are you building? A time machine? He goes, does this look like a superconductor to you? It's a hammer, so it doesn't look like a superconductor. And he says, if I was going to build a time machine, I'd have it done by last week. Get it? And I'm like, okay, dude, Thea Hale is off TV, so she left you her stash of caffeine pills. But this was funny, and I liked it. And then Ethan Page was here, and I liked that he and Ricky hashed out what happened at Stand and Deliver. And Ethan Page was man enough to be like, hey, listen, I need your help, and you, if you help me to beat Tony D tonight, then you get the first title shot. And then they both at the same time said, okay, I'm sorry. And then they hugged like good friends, like adult men friends. And in the background, Shiloh Hill had a look on his face like he was disgusted by the sight of two men hugging. And this is the first time I've been like, I don't like that about Shiloh. Shiloh is either A, anti-friendship, or B, anti-hugs, or C, anti-men hugging? Like, is he looking at it as a public display? He had the face of like, and I don't feel like that is the face to pull when two friends hug each other. It was odd. I found it odd.
Maybe he was disgusted by the idea of putting friendship above the title, but he doesn't seem like that kind of character either. Like, that's how I would hope to read it, because he's not like, I'm going after gold, I'm Shiloh Hill. He's nuts. This guy's off his rocker. No. Man, Shiloh's great, and we've talked about that week over week. Still no explanation of the fuck?
No.
I can't overstate how good Ricky Saints is. It's just like, hey, you, as your character, have to go and talk to this incredibly weird guy. And he makes everything look so natural. And gosh, like, he's so good at playing this character that it's just like, it's all so who he's meant to be. But that was a perfectly fine little interaction. Shiloh Hill as the mad scientist kind of won me over. I was all right with that, and I like a dumb joke, so I was okay with this. Last week, get it?
So we're going to tackle both halves of this Sol Ruca and Zarya retelling of their own story. We're going to talk about them both back to back.
My video package knows my story.
Does it though? Because like it's like they both have wildly different interpretations.
Edited.
So, man, they really want to be like, gosh, we really screwed up by making Sol seem like the bad guy, because we don't want her to be the bad guy. So let's have her tell her version of the story where she is level-headed and calm about things and fairly objective most of the time. Like the major deal a couple of times is I uh, uh, the thing that they keep coming back to is at their title shot for the tag titles at Evolution. Zarya speared Soul accidentally, and Soul doesn't blame Zarya. Things happen in the match, but Zarya later fully blames Soul for being there. So that is a straight up. That is an indication of who's the more level-headed, reasonable one, willing to not put blame. It's an accident. Things happen in matches. The other one says, "No, you screwed up. You were not where you were supposed to be. You made us lose." They are, and also Zarya's makeup is extra dark, like with the around the eyes and the lips and everything, and she's growling most of this. They were like, "We need you to not get people to cheer you, even though everybody just wants you to win so that you can be good. We've horribly screwed up by making you feel less than over and over and over again, and the crowd knows you're better than that and is rooting for you to win every match that you're in, just so it doesn't feel like we're keeping you down. So our response to that is to keep you down more, because we're really good at our jobs. And this is I don't know, like the last man standing thing. Like if they have Zarya win it brutally, which I think they probably should, maybe that does it. But if she just wins it, I guess that's fine. I think they're in danger of doing a full Charlotte and Becky, where they're expecting everyone to cheer Charlotte, but everyone's like, no, like I know what she's doing is morally ambiguous at best, but we want her to be better than you're booking her to be. We're rooting for her to win and to be important. So whenever she does anything that stands up for herself, we are going to relate to that because we're rooting for her. Also, as I've said prior, is that most wrestling fans can more easily relate to a Zarya member of a friendship or relationship than they can Soul. It's just the truth. And so they did a good job, I think, of writing this, and the women did a good job of performing it. I just don't know how effective it's going to be at getting them to where they want, which is that next week the entire crowd is rooting heavily and vocally for Soul and rooting against Zarya. I don't think you can put that genie back in the bottle.
There's a couple of things with it. One, my only objections, and it has nothing to do with the performers. I actually thought this was one of Soul's better. I think because it appeals to her style to do this type of promo. I thought this was really strong, and I think Zarya is just great. Like I think, I wish they had maybe taken their foot off the gas so much with the like so angry, because I feel like even as a heel, the emotional appeal part is cool with her. But the only nitpick I had was I feel like Soul said something to the effect of like, it's only because of my success that she wanted a shot at the TNA Knockouts Championship, and so she got it or whatever. And I was like,
I vouched for her to get it. I allowed her to get the title shot, and then she lost. So it's her fault.
The even through Soul's eyes, I feel like that line was just like a little bit out of like you have to acknowledge that you've had all these opportunities in order to set that up. I don't know. It didn't feel like there was any like true friendship there. It was like she was like, and my friend at that time was such a whiner. It just didn't work to me. Mm-hmm. But the rest of this I thought was really good. I agree with you that they're at risk of the crowd just choosing who they want. And I can't stress enough, part of it is that Zarya is just really cool, and people
she's really
have
cool.
seen
And
Soul be successful for a long time. And I think there's, when you keep telling us the show is fake, as WWE is prone to do, and everybody knows that Sol Ruca is getting called up, like, you're going to start rooting for the other person because they're going to be here longer as a part of it. And this audience, in addition to what you said about wrestling fans being able to identify with Zarya's position in this more, this audience has been trained for years. I mean, the wider WWE audience, not that NXT one, to identify adversity as a babyface trait. That it is shoved down our freaking throats, and it was done so even more so with the most important person in the company right now. So the idea of, like, that I didn't get these opportunities and whatever, like, your audience just identifies that as a babyface thing off the bat, because that's what they've been trained to believe about babyfaces, is adversity is like the number one thing that defines their journey. So I feel like this actually was really good and layered, but that one in-ring promo where Zarya just killed it and Soul was, like, decent, everyone was like, wait a minute, she's got a point here, and that's a good problem to run into, because they're getting reactions, which is what you want at the end of the day.
I mean, there's another thing, is that there's a couple things. One, there was a major point in the retelling, both of them, that came down to when Zarya threw in the towel at Halloween Havoc, when Soul was already injured and she was her knee was compromised and she had already missed a year, and Zarya threw in the towel to save her because she was not going to give up, because she wanted her title back. And so Zarya was saving her from getting her knee wrecked completely and having to miss another year. Then they do a thing where when Soul retells it, she says that she threw in the towel. But I know now that she was only doing that because she couldn't stand to see me be successful and win the title back again. And then Zarya tells it as, I did it because I was saving her, because I didn't want her, my best friend, to have her knee snapped in half and have to miss another year of TV, another year of her career. And then she says, afterwards, she says, but now I realize maybe I should have just let her knee get snapped, because then she would have been out of my way. Instead of doing it that way, just lie and say, Zarya says, yeah, I threw in the towel to stop her from being the champion. I did. Now that I look back on it, part of me realizes that, yes, I did it on purpose, because I could not stand to see her do that again. And let her tell us I'm the villain. I did this to hurt my best friend's chances of I did it on purpose. I did that. As opposed to Soul being like, now I see what your true motivations were. It's different if you actually allow her to cop to it and not say after the fact, now looking back on it, maybe I should have just let her get injured, as opposed to I stopped her from getting her title because I knew that was the most important thing to her, was getting her title back, and I stopped it. Something to allow her to be that. The other thing about this is that they waited too long.
Yeah.
When you're talking about adversity, the longer you wait and the more times you have it look like Zarya got screwed out of something, everybody has that feeling of being screwed over. The coworker got a promotion they wanted. You know what I mean? It feels like they were doing the right thing and they still didn't get what they thought they should have. They tried really hard. They studied all weekend for that test, and they still got a C. All of these people, like, everybody can relate to feeling like they got screwed over and the injustice of it. If you have Zarya turn on Soul seemingly out of nowhere and then back it up with a promo afterwards to justify it, we can see that's what she was thinking the whole time, but not letting it show. if it feels to us like, wait, that came out of nowhere. What are you talking about? We are less likely to side with her. But if you are showing us all of the reasons why somebody, including ourselves, if we were in that position, would think it's time for me to end this friendship, then we're going to identify with that. Even when she turns heel, she's doing it for the right reasons. And if you don't allow us to think that because you blindside us with it, that's also a great opportunity for them to not take 9 months to tell a 4.5-month story.
It is also, to me, such a bummer that so much of the animosity was built around, I've said this ad nauseum, but it is highlighted in this. Like, that there's no title here sucks. Like, when they were recounting this today, I was like, all of this has been about titles and title shots and the friendship being strained by those opportunities. And now there's no title on the line. Like, oh, it would just be so much juicier if Soul had the world title, or at least some title, right? And Zarya, man, Zarya would definitely be a face though if she finally won it. Everybody would go nuts. Everyone would go nuts.
You're gonna have to have the exact right babyface. And Zarya's got to win by cheating. If you think nobody's gonna root for Zarya to win this thing, you're gonna have to somehow find a way to put. This is a terrible thing for this person I'm about to mention, but I think it might be the only person that would get people to be angry at Zarya for doing this. You're gonna have to put the world title on Thea Hale and have Zarya beat her. I know. If
you're right though.
That is the kind of person, the kind of baby face, somebody who has faced so much adversity and who we rooted for and who it felt like got a raw deal out of that one time where Blake Monroe didn't kick out. They're like, okay, you can keep the title, but for 7-8 days max. And then it's going to be your own dumb stuff that's going to get you to lose the title to Izzy Dame, who's just getting it from you so she could drop it to Tatum Paxley. And then you're going to have a whole new look, and we're going to beat you in 2 minutes. If you did that, if you found a way for Thea Hale to win the title, and then she was like, okay, now open challenge, and Zarya comes out and stomps her, and is really, really mean about it afterwards, I think people would be like, that's not fair to Thea, and it wouldn't be. But you have to have the right person with enough pathos engendered from us for us not to be like, yay, Zarya finally won something.
Zarya F5ing Thea Hale to the moon would be the thing that gets that done. You're right. Also, I did something. I took a note, and I was like, Alex is going to be so proud of me because it's a commentary line note.
Yeah.
In the first match, but it applies all over here, Vic Joseph has the nerve to say, has the women's division ever been so stacked as right now? And I was like, bro, we had Julia, Roxanne, Steph Hare, we had so many people, all Jordan Grace, we have had, and I understand it. There were a lot of things in this episode that I was like, they are assuming that new viewers are tuning in, and you shouldn't lie to us, but I understand why you did that thing. Part of why I felt like maybe this video package was presented a little more objectively was because they had to catch you up on the story, right? But things like that were obviously one of those, but I was like, oh, Alex is going to be stewing if he picked that up because...
I did not pick it up. I would have been stewing this entire time. I would... Kind
of... not as stacked as it used to be, but when I see Kaylee Armstrong come up, I'm like, you're at least attempting to back up your claim, because I think she might be my favorite wrestler.
Jambeard says, I'd argue if Zarya went full heel on Tatum, it would get more reaction than it would if she did it to Thea. I think you're probably right. I think a lot of it is that Tatum got her title, lost her title because of her best friend, finally beat her best friend for a different title, and is now she's firmly doing stuff. We've seen Tatum, everyone loves Tatum, that's for sure. But I feel like we'd have to perceive Zarya stealing it from somebody who finally is getting the glory that they deserve too. and like
Yeah.
we'd have to choose. And I feel like that might be it. But you're right. People would not like it if she went after Tatum. That's for sure.
The other thing is like just Thea is pint sized, and Tatum's not like enormous, but she's bigger than
No.
Thea, and Thea is just a little ball of energy that's lovable. Like there's so many more complexities. Like you're not wrong. Like that is the perfect. If you need to turn Zarya heel, that is the perfect call. But I do think it's possible with someone like our beloved Tater Tot as well.
Jambeard says, darkest timeline to make us boo Zarya. She gets Booker T to be her manager. Then will make us boo. But like everybody appreciates Booker T, but this podcast and the people watching it, like that. No, like that. No,
There's some other podcasts that
there,
certainly didn't.
The crowd there would cheer if Booker T was somebody's manager. They would cheer for Booker T. The crowd there, the same 300 people in that warehouse every week have adopted Booker T as their mascot.
That is true. I also feel like Zarya is just too damn good of a promo to pair. Like Booker T obviously being an extreme suggestion. She's just very, very good, and I want to see her finally get to spread her.
You know who they could do to get Zarya to get booed is they could make Lexis King her manager.
But she doesn't have a step aunt that works at TNA Production.
I'm just saying, like that's the kind of person that they would need to get that kind of heat, is because nobody likes that guy.
We have some chats we should get through, acknowledge here.
Okay.
That we're kind of in the greetings phase that we.
All right, I missed them. You read them. You're good at that.
Got you. One is from my dad, who says, "Welcome to summer in the Northeast. It was like 85 degrees today. Luckily, when you're with Team Kalex, it's easy to keep cool, gabagool. But no one can out-cool the suave debonair, Mr. J.W. Pringle." Well, I know that's right. I know that is right. And we had some other ones in the overall funness. Meet Normus, who says, as we are on the eve of the end of the world, Darby, let us enjoy our last sour evening together. Shall we crank, darling? So you have Alex and I for the AEW Dynamite post show, which might make this the first time that us and a back-to-back duo are more sour about AEW Dynamite tomorrow than NXT, because that's not the greatest idea. Greg Cherry, who's always so wonderful in here, saying, good evening, SGS. Assuming Ricky got dragged through the fog since, as we all know, hell exists under WWE rings. That's a very good point.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Any others here? You guys are coming in hot with the puns and the songs. There's one more, but I'll wait a minute for it.
Okay.
Because we're going to talk about it soon.
Kate.
Yes.
Joe Hendry needs to stop. It's like, because he's like, wow, I lost the NXT championship. And now, that means I need to ask myself some difficult questions. Is this the end of the road for Joe Hendry? No, it can't be. It shan't be. I must raise all of our spirits with another wonderful song that is terrible and who cares? Like this.
Why aren't the songs good anymore?
But they're not allowing him to do real parodies,
correct?
Which is part of it. Like that's a big part of it. Like listen, he did a lot of them, and I'm sure everyone loves the one Edge's bitch or whatever. But for me, the one he cut on Drew, the one he sang for Drew McIntyre. I'm Drew Dabu Diabu Da Dabu Diabu Da, which even made Drew Corpse that's great. This is like, I'm not the champ anymore, but you know who is? It's a guy named Tony D. And like, yep, you're just telling us things we know. Like what is?
Yeah, there was nothing fun or clever about this, unfortunately.
Can I reclaim my title? I guess we'll have to see. Ricky and Ethan are on the same page. Pun intended. Ha 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 ha. What? What is? And then Keanu Carver showed up, and I was like, oh, thank God, because Keanu Carver's gonna murder that guy, and he's like, and he just walks out, and Joe Hendry's like, no, we're not gonna do this. The people came tonight to see a Joe Hendry concert. No, they fucking didn't. Nobody did. No, not if they're gonna be like this. No. Play the hits, man. Play the hits. This stuff off your new album sucks. This is like easy listening, Joe. This is not what we want. It's bad. And then Keanu Carver gets.
Hold on. Noted yacht rock enthusiast Alex Pulowski. Can't be. You can't be.
Listen. There's listen. I do enjoy me some yacht rock, but the thing about it is that those were yacht rock practitioners. It's not like if Weird Al released an all yacht rock album, it would be like with all original songs. No. We came for the parodies.
A fair point.
So
listen. I don't understand why he's getting concerts after he dropped the title.
I don't understand. This
is so weird.
This is so dumb. And this other thing is that this was supposed to be about the song about what's next for Joe Hendry. And all he did was talk about who's the new champ, and also who also is coming for the title. And that's not what's new for you. What's new for you is Keanu Carver.
I believe the implication is that he was going to get to that had he not been interrupted by Keanu Carver, who's very mad.
What's new is Keanu for you, Joe Hendry.
That's more clever than anything he said tonight.
That's right. It is.
Which is upsetting.
I'm a songstress right here. So he throws a few punches at Keanu Carver, then takes his own guitar and smashes it over Keanu Carver, like a babyface does. And Keanu Carver just shrugs it off and beats the hell out of Joe Hendry. And then later, I feel like NXT Anonymous is not doing the proper amount of sleuthing that they used to do. They used to find things out that we didn't know. And they're just videoing Robert Stone talking to Keanu Carver. And he's like, you can't do that, man. You ruined Joe Hendry in concert. And Keanu Carver's like, that needs to stop. No more singing. And he doesn't like singing. And he and I, totally simpatico. Do not like the no more concerts. We're super on to Keanu Carver. I knew I liked that guy. And then he says, you tied my hands. I have no choice. Next week, you're going to give me Joe Hendry next week? Thank you. I'm going to murder him. I'm like, yes, you are. I don't know why NXT Anonymous had to video it. That could have been just something captured by NXT's cameras, or
it could have just been a backstage segment. There was nothing sexy or secretive about this.
Why is hold on. I'm just going to it'd be funny if the next time we see an NXT Anonymous, it's just through the camera phone of Sarah Schreiber talking to Robert Stone about what's up next week. No, you have the real camera sitting right there. Just use that. You don't need the camera phone.
We're gonna take a little side detour, and then I'll get back to my thoughts on things. I listened to this podcast called Yankees Unloaded, and they call their $5 chats because they're green broccolis. And that's all I could think about when I saw these chats. And I was like, wait a minute, we're the Sour Graps brand. We can do lemons and limes. And I love that because Jambeard comes in here with lemon saying WWE has taken everything that made Joe Hendry fantastic from the indies and scraped off all that spice and flavor. And now he is the finest white piece of stale bread. We have not seen white bread like this since the Creeds. And that was something else. But yeah, I get the probably musical clearance issues that you have with the proper parodies, but there's got to be something. And that we knew this concert was happening, so it could have, whatever it was, could have at least been better. He teased main roster in it too. I guess that was supposed to be a nod as to what might be coming next, but I'm I'm so in on Keanu Carver, and I don't think we've gotten an explanation as to why he's so mad all the time.
Because he works at NXT. Like, that would piss me off all the time. Like,
Well, yes, but I would like. We've been doing this for a little bit now, so
Yeah.
I would like to know.
Hormone imbalance. I'm voting hormone imbalance.
It could be. It could be
You
a
know?
hormone imbalance. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish I had a very specific sponsor to throw to today.
No?
That could
Don't?
help
No?
with such a thing. I bet
No?
you thought. I bet you
I mean,
thought that we had Blue Chew, but
I don't know. I thought maybe we had a new hormone imbalance thing we were hawking. No?
we don't. But I don't know if I was gonna place a bet on what you thought. I know where I
Yeah.
would have done it.
Uh-huh.
It'd be weird for them to have this bet.
Yeah.
But my
it
bookie
would.
AG is the best place you can bet.
At MyBookie AG, they say that you can bet on anything, anytime, anywhere. And they mean it. NBA, NHL, NFL, Major League Baseball, UFC, pro wrestling. But that's not it. Motorsports, golf, tennis, darts, cycling, cricket, handball, floorball, rugby, snooker, volleyball, table tennis, cycling. Yeah, you can bet on it at MyBookie AG. They got the best support system in the business. We only want you to bet what you can, and please bet responsibly. But go take advantage of being able to bet on anything, anytime, anywhere. They got live esports, they got racing, they got everything at MyBookie AG. And right now, get a $50 bonus when you deposit $100 or a $100 bonus when you deposit $200. You can bet with Bitcoin and play their great casino games as well. MyBookie AG.
Alex, I am going to read the WrestleMania odds. But I'm going to tell you
Okay.
who's favorited for the matches at WrestleMania. I want you to tell me who would be favorited in floorball.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Also, there has been motion, allegedly, to get AEW bets up. So a lot of people have been asking.
Ooh.
We're working on it. We're working on it. I know Sean's been saying it, but now there's been like things happening about it.
Okay. Nice.
All right, Liv Morgan is at a minus 450 over Stephanie Vaquer. Who's the better floorball player?
Well, I mean, I would normally I would say Stephanie Vaquer because I don't know if you know this, but Chile has a legendary floorball
Sure.
team. They come out of the womb knowing how to play floorball down there. But Liv Morgan, she kind of when she sings, she kind of sounds like a floor buffer, like ah. So maybe it's her.
I thought you were going to say she didn't feel physicality because she's got a big old goose egg on her noggin from throwing herself into things. I thought that scrappiness would make her a good floorball player.
Yeah.
Well, Liv Morgan's heavily favorited for WrestleMania. Randy Orton is at a minus 275 over Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess that's probably because people assume Pat McAfee's not going away forever.
Yeah, probably not. But you know, it obviously Randy Orton fan floorball because snakes.
I was
live on
gonna
the floor.
say it's got
Snakes live on the floor. They just know that they have an inherent connection to the floor. So definitely Randy Orton would win a floorball.
That makes a ton of sense. Becky Lynch at a minus 450 over AJ Lee. These odds are shifting now. They're a little bit more definitive than they were a couple days ago. Becky Lynch, I got to assume Ireland's got a stronger floorball presence than Union, New Jersey, where AJ Lee is from.
Yeah, no, the Irish usually take that pretty easily. Also, the Irish usually you can find them lying on the floor because of the drinking. But,
sure, no, they're well acquainted.
Mm-hmm.
Well acquainted with the floor. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu, heavily favorited over Drew McIntyre. Now, this one's kind of controversial because he's at a minus 650, which sounds great. And I feel like he'd make a great floorball player. But Scotland's floorball scene?
Not as good as it used to be. They were big in the 80s, but they kind of fallen
Okay.
off. Listen, the thing about Fatu is, I don't know if you know this, but the most popular sport to play in the prison yard floorball. So he got a lot of good time learning how to play floorball in prison.
See, this is why I ask you, because you're hot on the scene.
Yeah, no,
Gunther at a -600 over Seth Rollins. That I gotta say, considering they were given no time at all to build this thing, I thought they did a great job on Raw. But who cares about that? Who's the better floorball player?
Right. Well, the thing of it is that it all depends on how glittery the floor is. If it's really glittery, then I would say Seth Rollins.
Sure.
If it's like just a regular floor, probably Gunther, because he's kind of no nonsense.
Yeah, that makes sense. The floor is sacred kind of vibe. I respect
kind of like that. Yeah, sure.
Women's Tag Team Championships, Bayley and Lyra at a -200. The Bellas at a 150. The Irresistible Forces at a 365 to retain them. And Charlexa at a +800. Man, I don't know about pairs floorball, but you got to assume the Bella Twins, just from being twins. Like, I would imagine that Twin Magic.
Twin Magic is a staple of trick plays that you run in floorball. If your team's got twins on it, you've got an advantage right there.
Gotcha. Legendary stuff. Now, the Usos and LA Knight are a whopping -900 over the Vision and I Show Speed. I think that's probably accurate. But Speed, famously, very important in floorball. Is a difference maker out there. And if you're showing it, I got to think.
Yeah.
But he's young and new. Floorball is obviously an old school sport.
Yeah.
What happens here?
He's a rookie, like a lot of it is like, there's speed, but there's also technique. Does he show technique? Because if he just shows speed, but he doesn't show technique, if his name was I Show Speed and also technique, I would be like, yes. But if you just show speed, you're just bouncing around everywhere. You're not actually showing the technique.
Plus, I think we all know that LA Knight is the bad boy of floorball.
Yeah. No pun intended.
Oh, man. There's a lot of prop bets over there as well. First submission move in the CM Punk Roman Reigns match, the Anaconda Vice versus the Guillotine. How someone wins, pinfall or submission or DQ or countout, also available. GTSs in spear odds. Tons and tons of prop bets, especially on that match. Also suplex cites in the Oba Femi Brock Lesnar match. Tons of prop bets that have gone up over there. But we got the rest of this card to talk about as well. We got Roman Reigns at a -250 over CM Punk. I think at this stage in their respective careers, CM Punk probably gets pretty gassed in a game of floorball.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised at how much hypocrisy comes into play when you're doing floorball.
Oh,
like
really?
if you're really good at just being a big old hypocrite, you got an advantage. You're floorball.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
right,
I mean it's an intangible.
Rhea Ripley at a -300 over Jade Cargill. I would imagine being that bitch is a pretty big advantage in floorball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean this one's kind of a toss up because one that you got that bitch and the other one you got mommy, and honestly, like both of those things are almost invaluable when it comes to floorball.
Open Femi at a -300 over Brock at a +200. Now, this being on ESPN proper, as we talked about yesterday on Fightful Select, has me thinking Brock is going to win. And also, if Brock retires at SummerSlam, he ain't losing this and that. But Open Femi favorited, which is what my heart wants. Open Femi, I would imagine. Both of these guys in floorball wrecking it, but I'm just assuming with the youth of Open Femi at this stage.
Yeah. This is the thing about Obafemi. He'd just pick up the whole floor and throw it.
Yeah, he could
just the entire floor.
Yeah,
he'd shot put the floor, and that's really impressive. Honestly, I feel like Obafemi would be like the best at any sport.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and say
just the best at everything.
Yeah,
crocheting. Obafemi's amazing at it.
Yeah, true.
Sami Zayn at a -160 over Trick Williams. I feel like that should go the other way. Controversially, Carmelo Hayes left out of this floorball tournament.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
After carrying the season.
Yeah, no, it definitely. That's odd that he would be not left out. Like the the bracketology committee really messed up by not including Carmelo Hayes after the fantastic season that he had. But yeah, I mean, listen, mostly I would probably say Trick Williams, because he's his whole thing is steppers,
Sure.
on lemon peppers.
That
And that's that. Like if you're that connected to your footwear, you're halfway to floorball stardom. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
IC championship. That's like my. Can't say the other thing. Penta at a -165 to retain. Javon at a -125. Now those are the only odds that are favorables. Ray at a +300. Coming back to wrap up, I'm just a historic floorball career. Dragon Lee at a +2000. JD McDonuts at a 2200, and Rusev at a 3300. I would feel like Javon Evans' athleticism and floorball, and I mean Dragon Lee's too, I guess. But Rey Mysterio, decades of floorball experience. What do you got?
You would think Javon Evans' athleticism would put him in the lead.
Sure.
However, crucially, bouncing is now illegal. They changed the rules of floorball. You are no longer allowed to bounce.
Oh,
if
I
you
didn't
bounce,
realize that.
your team's disqualified. So no bouncing. So he's out. I feel like he won't be able to stop himself from bouncing because he's so bouncy.
He can't contain himself.
'Cause,
This is what
you know,
happens when
this-
you change rules. Like,
Yeah, your boy is bouncy, and if he's
Yeah.
if he's inherently bouncy, I feel like he's, I would not pick Javon Evans for floorball unless you want to get disqualified. But I
Sure.
would definitely pick Rusev because he's a special boy.
And the last one, this has been the best thing we've ever done. Finn Balor, favored it at a -600 over Dominic Mysterio. I feel like when the demon comes out at floorball, like you know what's up. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Obviously, Satan is a huge floorball fan, so he would be rooting for.
It's like
for the
Finn Balor
demon.
and MJF just.
Yeah, no, he's just like, oh well, he'd probably, switch some things around, put a thumb on the scale, if you will, for any team that had the demon on it.
If you're just tuning in now, we gave you the WrestleMania breakdown of odds on MyBookieAG, where you could also vote on floorball. Alex, a huge contributor to the floorball scene in high school, so we just wanted to get his thoughts on who would be better at floorball, and the crowd loves it. Tim McFall will say, you will not get a better Mania breakdown anywhere. I selfishly agree. We got a lime coming in. Drew's father was actually a champion in floorball. Drew was a massive disappointment to him. Couldn't follow in his footsteps. That's why his mom, the sword was named after his mom, not his dad, because they had a nasty floorball falling out. But more limes coming in from Jam Beard. I like this limes lemon things. You're screwed with it because I'm having fun. Fun fact, the best floorball player would be El Cluis. He copies the other team all the time, but does their skills and tricks better. I know a guy like that.
It's true.
I show me. Wait a minute. And more petitioning for you to be in the Floorball Hall of Fame. We're going to make more money off of what we just did than MyBookieAG is going to make over the weekend, because we're just so funny. See, like Mayhem also saying, Vegas funds, didn't we do them last year? Oh, wait. We sure did. More floorball chat.
We did.
Steph has the better floorball team because she's got the better body check, takes out multiple people. I mean, the physicality is there.
Yeah.
Floorball.
True. We
guess
got
we
Meet
should talk
Norman's
about the
pitch.
show.
We got Meet Norman's pitching new shows for us over here.
Give us
An
what to do
SGS
this week on
version
Bible
of the
Sweat.
Hump. That would be very very funny. Lola Vice is just hanging out in the back with her title, and here comes Steph Faker, who I know that she lives in Orlando because everybody lives in Orlando.
Sure.
But she was just on Raw in Sacramento, and Vegas is where Mania is. You could not pay me enough money to fly from Sacramento to Orlando, even if it was my home, and stay there for a day and then fly back to do media for WrestleMania. I would just stay in Vegas the whole time, or like
perhaps this was taped.
But perhaps it was. But Lola was in the exact the same gear and everything. So maybe it was, but maybe it wasn't. Yeah.
Well, what I learned from this is I had no idea that Lola Vice was Hispanic. So
no, they're both Hispanic. However, they're from different Hispanic countries.
Wrestling Lens says that it's all Canada's one giant city in it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Kelly Armstrong has her debut match on NXT, even though I believe we've seen her wrestle a couple of times. I know she had one match that got ruined by Jordan Grace running in. But like I know she's wrestled at least once, maybe 3 times. But this is her debut since being called up from Evolve. She's amazing. She's got an amazing look, character. I love her theme song. This was the only thing she faces Skylar Ray, who had that weird mixed tag with her and Shiloh, and then hasn't been on since then. She won LFG season 2, and she's like, around, I guess. But not really. So, but she hung in there and got some offense in. The only thing about Kelly Armstrong I would change is I don't know if a running shoulder block is a finisher. Like, if you did that as the setup to your finisher, I'm all for it. Because if she runs the ropes a whole bunch of times, she just launches herself shoulder first into her opponent's shoulder. And Skylar Ray, because she's super athletic, turns herself inside out with the bump. She has a flip bump on it, which looks impressive, but it's still a running shoulder block, which is like just part of John Cena's comeback. Like, it's not like it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's still a running shoulder block. So like if she did that to like knock him for a loop and then picks him up and do a giant power bomb, like I'm super into that. Give her a choke slam. Give her a like something else. She did a really cool looking power slam earlier.
Yeah,
she's got a like basically like give her the Royce Keys special. By that I mean debuting at the Rumble and then doing a podcast and then showing up a couple months later. That's the Royce Keys special. It's a tough finisher to do because it requires a long time, even a longer setup than Grayson Waller's. But it is devastating. So
we got this chat from Ryan Cicchini earlier, who said, sometimes NXT can be fun. Great debut from Kaylee, one from DVD. We'll talk about him in a minute because that is not how I would debut him. And except for no fog, Shiloh has been great. I love that everybody's in on the fog here. Hopefully more Saquon soon. Yeah, we've been saying that for a month. Kaylee Armstrong might be my favorite wrestler. Like, I just today was like, this woman is awesome. Like, she's so much fun. I would love for her to steal the powerbomb backbreaker that Ciampa's been doing. Like, throwing up someone for a powerbomb and getting the knees up like that. Oh,
ooh,
she would be
give her a Project Ciampa. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be super fun. But they're doing a good job of, it's a rebuilding year. Like they lost a lot of their top talent in the men's and women's divisions, and they are starting to replenish a little bit. The women's division's still in significantly better shape. But that's okay because I love women's wrestling, so good. She just like from the second she stepped out from behind the curtain today to the second she left, I was just like, I'm sold. I'm completely sold on this woman. She's fantastic. Fightful Award Rookie of the Year winner. I think she's not going to only have one Fightful Award by the end of her career. She was really, really, really impressive to me. I loved what I saw from her. And poor Summer Rae, who was there to do the job. She did what she was supposed to do.
It's obviously Summer Rae's niece, Skylar Ray.
Of course.
So
Gray Cherry calls it out. Fightful Award winner Skylar Ray. Another floorball chat. Another lime coming in saying, "Hear me out. a floorball movie like Dodgeball with Alex playing Vince Vaughn's character and Sean playing Ben Stiller's character.
And get the Sean the hell out of here. It'd be me as Vince Vaughn and Alexi as Ben Stiller.
Sold. Selling it to the studio tomorrow. Let's go.
The Vanity Project and Blake Monroe are in Stone's office, and he informs them that it will be Botana Pax, I guess, to choose a rematch. She's going to be a rematch, but it's going to be a stipulation of Tatum's choosing. So Jackson Drake is very objecting, and then the recap I am looking at here, and it's not the one from Fightful because usually I can't trust that one to have actually been.
Don't bury our own roster. That's what Triple H was doing today.
When it's done, it's really good, but sometimes it's just not.
Quality takes some time, so it's not always
sometimes
ready
it does.
by.
So this is another website whom I will not name. But crucially, they're mislabeling Ricky Vapes and the guy with the hair. Because the guy with the hair, obviously, Brad Baylor, the guy with the hair, is the one who says, you're the glamour. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. You're going to be okay. But this one is identifying the guy with the hair as Ricky Vapes. And Ricky Vapes is not the guy with the hair. That's obvious. I don't understand how you could do that. That's really shoddy work.
This is why ours takes a little longer because we fact check. Also,
anyway,
who the hell is Brad Baylor? I only know guy with the hair.
He's the guy with the hair. That's his real name is Brad Baylor, but he's the guy with the hair.
Never want to hear it again.
There was a promo for the Shawn Michaels documentary.
Yes.
During which he is quoted as saying, I really see so much talent in these kids, and I want them to achieve all of their dreams. And then they cut out the part where he says, which is why I stand in the way all the time with terrible booking. I want them to achieve their dreams, so I put obstacles in their way with my horrible ass booking that just uses things that happened in my career over and over and over again. When they overcome my terrible booking decisions, like if they can overcome how bad my booking is, then that is the true mark of a future superstar. They cut that part out for some reason. I don't know why.
Were you contacted about them including your phone calls in the documentary, or is that going to be on NXT Unreal?
I ended up on the cutting room floor. Obviously, no one knows Hick and Butt better than yours truly. So
obviously,
they sat down with me to get the skinny on old HBK, and apparently none of the stuff made it to the final cut of the film. So
it's a shame. It'll probably be social media exclusive.
I mean, I don't know.
We got another lemon or a lime here from Ian Robinette, who says, I know I'm late to the party, but is this traditional floorball rules, or are we going and one mixtape rules?
No. Traditional all the way. We don't need to do this weird. Nope. No, we don't need any hot dogging in floorball. Okay. No showboating. We're all about the rules here. You know what I mean?
Respect the floor.
That's right.
Respect the floor.
So Tony Angelo versus Ethan Page is good. It's notable, however, for Ricky Saints coming out to ostensibly interfere at some point, but he does not get that far because he is dragged under the ring by an unseen person, not Hornswoggle. It's Shiloh Hill, who also drags him out from the other end of the ring. His feet are now bound in a big rope, and he drags him up the ramp and leaves. This is very early in the match. It's like a minute into the match, and then it's just Ethan Page versus Tony D, and it's a good match. And Ethan is a really good wrestler and does his best to get one over on Tony D. And there was a point there where I was like, Tony D's not kicking out of that, is he? And they did. Like an Ego's Edge onto the belt
Yes.
was definitely not a thing that I would do in a match that Ethan Page does not win with that particular maneuver. If that's a thing you're gonna give him to do, I wouldn't have anybody kick out of that. Even Tony D, the champion, I would have it like something has to happen. If you're gonna do that, you do it to somebody who you can then pin after doing that. Because
Sure.
that's a ridiculous thing for somebody to take and be like, I'm fine. There's just certain things that I see it and I go, that should be the end of the match. I don't think it should be the end of this match because the guy who did that move shouldn't win it. So you have him do that move in a match that he can win with that move.
That's like something that the title should change hands from Ethan to Tony Dion. Like,
Yeah.
if he's gonna kick
Yeah.
out of it, it should be like
Right.
that's one of those in my opinion. I want to shout out Shiloh Hill's Twitter game because his bio says just a normal guy doing normal stuff, which popped me to no end when I saw that in his bio.
That is a lie, Shiloh. You are
That
a
is-
liar. That is
Tell
not
him
true.
when he's telling lies.
That
It's
is
right
categorically untrue.
That made me, but he thinks he's that. And he also tweeted earlier today, never thought my casket building class from college would pay off, and yet here we are. So kudos to him. We'll talk about that segment in a little bit, but I like that he hogtied Ricky out of this. And Ethan is one of those ones too, because he's been here like almost a full year longer than Ricky, right? I don't know what he has left to prove here. I would love to see him get called up SummerSlam time-ish. Because his strength coming into NXT and his strength as a wrestler, in my opinion, has always been his versatility. He has now showcased all of that versatility in this system. I would just call him up, and I would do so with intent because I think he's a really, really valuable guy.
Yeah.
But I just he was great tonight. This match was really great. They worked well together.
Yeah.
It felt like they were having some fun in there. But I like stepping back from what we saw tonight. I'm kind of just like, it's kind of like with Jordan Grace where we're like, what is she really doing here though? Like, I think we're at a point where Ethan Page is maybe, I don't want to say exhausted his value because it's never bad to have a guy like that around, but like you're undercutting his potential quite a bit if you don't call him up soon.
I mean, I've said my piece that I think they should call them up as a duo. I think
I would not be opposed to that.
I think they're so friggin' good. I mean, not as a tag team, although they would wrestle tag matches, and if you decided to make them tag champions, I would not object. But I love them as a duo that help each other do nefarious stuff and then argue about who should be the one to pin the champion or whatever. Like, I think all of this is absolute gold. Like, when you force dissension, when you force can they coexist on a tag team that should just be coexisting, it's kind of boring and sucks. But when the non-coexisting is baked into the tag team and yet they still somehow at different find ways to coexist when it's important, or if they don't, they make up. And I love the idea of them making up in very elaborate ways. Like they each bake each other a cake without telling each other. They could be really fun. They could be good. Also, they would be like absolute friggin' dynamite with Danhausen. Like Danhausen messing with these two guys would be.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Here's the deal with me: is I always say that there are roles within your wrestling program that can only be filled by one guy, or if it's a tag team, two guys.
Sure.
And like, to me, there are people who are not at the upper echelon who are better at the role that the person is performing. And like, Ethan Page is a better Miz. He's a better Miz at every possible way. Like we've seen him do the chicken shit stuff. He's really good at it, but also like he's can do that, but then actually deliver in the ring. And he does all that. All the character work is Miz is stale. He just is. So like, but they're not going to get rid of the Miz.
No,
So like
of course
you
not,
can't
yeah.
put them. They cannot exist on the same plane. There's so much of wrestling is Highlander. There can be only one. So you have to be willing to get rid of your current dude who fills that role and replace him with an up and comer. And WWE has shown time and again they are not willing to do that until the person at the top ages out of it at like 55. And you can't do that because all these other dudes are really great now in their early to mid 30s, late 30s, some of them. They can't just be sitting around waiting for the Miz to retire. You know what I mean? These guys are excellent, and they should be like, you could absolutely run SmackDown's upper mid card scene through Ricky Saints and Ethan Page starting Friday.
Yeah.
They are that good, and they could absolutely, their ceiling is higher than that, but that's where you introduce them as that. And people would eat up their shtick, it would be great. I just don't know if WWE is ever going to be willing to be like, okay, this guy's gonna go because we have this new guy here. That's really tough for them to do.
Well, The Miz is also so in and out. Like, part of why The Miz has had no momentum the past few years is because he's, like, off hosting American Gladiators, and that's awesome. Like, he should be doing those things.
Yeah.
I didn't know you hated them, because you wished them to be in the tag division, which means you hate them, as far as I'm concerned.
I listen, if they're gonna have the tag belts be on, like here's the thing for me. I don't know about this, but like to me, when you're like out of the blue, let's put the tag belts on Damian Priest and R-Truth. That feels like you're doing that to put them on a Mania card because everyone loves R-Truth and Damian's a former world champion, and you're gonna put him on a Mania card because you put the tag belts on him for no reason other than that. And are they involved in a program with anybody? Like, are they doing a title defense on the WrestleMania SmackDown? I ask because I only pay attention to SmackDown through YouTube clips. And they don't care enough about this team to promote their YouTube clip as the champs. Like that does not enter the algorithm that I see, and I see a lot of clips from SmackDown because I watch them when I see them, but I don't see tips about these guys. Like, you could absolutely just have Ricky and Ethan show up and beat Damian and R-Truth immediately. And if you're going to have two guys hold the tag belts and never actually wrestle, Ricky Saints and Ethan Page are so good at the comedy and the backstage stuff and the character work that, yeah, that's awesome. Do that. Then when you do let them wrestle, they'd be great at it.
I don't disagree. I just, based on all of the evidence we have absolutely no faith in that.
No.
And I also feel like with Trick being on SmackDown, like, Ricky is not going to go to SmackDown. Ricky's going to go to Raw, I would think. Because I think they view those guys as, like, the same type of charisma. And they're not entirely wrong about that. But we were saying, like, oh, Ricky, Mr. Money in the Bank would be great. That now feels like a Trick Williams spot if he's not winning the U.S. title. Like, so Well,
Trick should win the U.S. title. It's dumb to put him in to like throw him on Mania without having him win the match he's in. That's dumb. And so he should win the U.S. title. But if he's not going to win the U.S. title, then he should win the Money in the Bank. Yes.
Yeah, and I feel like the whole Carmelo angle was to set up Trick wins and then Melo comes back into the picture for him, right? Like, you stole my Mania moment, you stole my title. He even said on SmackDown, I liked this line, he was like, we've got history miles long or something. It was a good one. So I think that's why all that's happened. But I hope they get called up with intent is my biggest thing, because we see what happens when people don't. But they've been just fantastic in this alliance that has dissension behind it thing. Like, and this has been going on for a while, and it doesn't feel too long in the teeth. Like, they've been doing a really good job with it. So I am here for that, and I like that it comes into play in the matches. Like, there's consequences for these things, and today part of the consequence was Ricky wasn't out there to help him or harm him, but we'll never know because he got hogtied by just a normal guy doing normal things, Shiloh Hill.
Yeah. the match that we were talking about 10 minutes ago ends when Tony D'Angelo gets up on the barricade and spears Ethan Page, who is standing like just outside on the table. I think he's standing on the announce table. He spears him onto the table. The table says nope. And so then he just rolls him into the ring, and he hits the dead to rights on him, and he wins. So good first defense from Tony D.
We would have been talking about that match 10 minutes
great.
ago. If you came here for brevity, you're listening to the wrong podcast. Okay, but we do have this line that came in from Jay Baird, who says, if the Vision does the same as what Judgment Day did, where they can change out members, Ricky and Ethan replacing Logan and Theory would be good. I don't want them near Paul Heyman. I don't want them like
the Vision is done. Like Paul Heyman isn't involved in Logan and Austin Theory's Mania program. Like he's not
showing speed. No.
And Seth's like, I'm killing the Vision. Like the Vision might like reform in some way when both Braun and Bronson are healthy, but
sure.
I don't think that's even a very tall possibility at that.
We also got this chat that said SGS should host a This Week in Floorball podcast. You're so knowledgeable. I could certainly tee you up.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
It would definitely be extremely true and accurate.
Ricky Saints comes to the back, and he's looking for a fight with Shiloh Hill. You stay out of my business, and then Shiloh Hill is building a thing. So he turns around. He's got a circular saw, and he's like, "What? What's going on?" And then Ricky runs away. We don't know what he's building yet.
Not yet.
I will tell you what I thought he was building and why I thought it was confirmed later.
Okay.
Miles Bourne gets to cut a promo about how it didn't matter that I beat an NXT legend. All anybody could talk about was, is Dion Lennox the next NXT North American champion? I'm like, that is not true. That is definitely not true. You are inventing straw men. Like people were not like, oh, is Dion Lennox like people were saying, I guess Dion Lennox gets the next shot at the North American title. But people were like, is he the next? People were talking about how you beat Johnny Gargano. People were talking about it. It's fine.
Dion Lennox, God bless him. This isn't throwing shit at him. That was not a top 5 talking point coming out of Stand and Deliver.
Yeah. Anyway. Dork State shows up. Dion Lennox is like, you got a taco from Ethan Page, but you didn't get his brains.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna break the slump. So either we're gonna beat you up, or you give me a shot at your title. And Miles says, well, no, I have another option. If Dark State hits the ring and attack me, then you don't get a title. And so you're the leader of Dark State. You have to decide to make this decision for him. And Saquon is like, hold on. There's no leader of Dark State. And I'm like, there should be, and it should be you.
That part.
You should be the leader of Dark State. And Dion's like, and Dion's like, no, don't attack him because I want my title shot. And Sugar's like, screw you. And he jumps the ring and he swings wildly, and he ends up getting a Born Barn. And then they save Saquon, and Miles Bourne is in there. Later, there's another backstage segment where Saquon is sounding correct, and Dion is sounding selfish. Yes. But Saquon's like, this is not about you getting a singles title. I don't know how that helps us. And he's like, but no, it helps us because if I'm the North American champion, then I can get us trios title shots? Like what? Like
I think he'd have like credibility to
I
pull
guess,
strings.
but like also like who's the one who gets the title shot? Me, obviously. The rest of you guys get to be my backup dancers. Like, and Saquon is correct, and I hope he leads a full mutiny. I don't know that we can turn Deion Lennox face, but Saquon Sugars should be the guy in charge of Dork State, such as it is. But he should be. He's a guy who they have drastically underestimated the abilities of the most in NXT, maybe in the last 5 years. Like it's impossible to me that they are only now seeing that they should give this guy time to talk.
To me, he and Zarya are the two that it's like enough is enough. Let's heat them both up because this is getting getting silly at this point. Yeah. I also would be okay if this is just like how they admit the Dark State doesn't work, has not really ever worked, and they just split up the faction through all of this. Also, I want Saquon Sugars to win. No offense, Miles Bourne. I just know what I've seen in Saquon Sugars in the past, and I want to see it more.
It'd be really interesting if it was like Deion Lennox gets the first title shot against Miles Bourne and can't do it, but Saquon Sugars can. Which would really hamstring Miles Bourne, but I choose Saquon Sugars to come out of that with the boost.
And I think Miles could. He's recovering quick out of that. That's
he can
not a
figure
problem.
it out somewhere. Maybe that leads to his heel turn, because he tried to end Ethan Page's career, and we treated that as a babyface move. So he's still a psychotic. You know what I mean? He's still got that in him. So, yeah.
He does. He does have that in him.
So, I have not seen Dorian Van Dux. Dorian Van Dux Hudson. I have never seen him wrestle before. I only saw him backstage, like just talking to EK Prosper and Hello Les Fleurs. I only saw him do that last week, so I did not see him in his gear. He doesn't seem possible. He is yoked to the max. Like that dude is stacked. And also flippy.
Yes.
Like he is the most like it's like Pac is the only other guy like this, and I feel like I'd have to I don't know how tall EK Prosper is, but it feels like Pac is that yoked because he's that short. It doesn't feel like Dorian Van Dux is as short as Pac.
Correct.
So it feels like he's a guy who's like 5'11" and 240 pounds of solid granite muscle doing like free. And I'm like, high
flying luchador. Dorian Van Dux.
Like, he's, wow.
I would not have debuted him in a loss in a speed tournament.
Well, he's an Evolve talent. He's not an NXT guy. He's a guy from Evolve who's in, and they've done that in the past. They've had guys from Evolve who were still Evolve guys. Sean Legacy had like 4 matches in NXT while he was still an Evolve guy entirely.
Here's the thing though, Alex. If you didn't see the video package vignette that they did for him on social media, I will send it to you and then you will be retroactively mad. Because they made this guy seem like a prize fighter. Underground vibes, beating the dog crap out of people. He was going to come in here and tear through people. So I'm like, this is not how... You can't be both of those guys. You can't... I mean, in ring he can, which is fucking crazy.
I did not get War Machine.
Yeah.
I got bodybuilder who does flips. I got the thing where the people where sometimes you'll go over to a friend's house and they'll put in a wrestling game and they have created a creator wrestler who has all of the muscles and also all of the flippy moves, and you go, dude, that's
also
cheating.
it was like 450 splash.
That's no, you do not get to create a dude who is 275 pounds and also does 450 splashes. That's not allowed, and that's who this guy is in real life.
Yeah, he's incredible, and I'm glad that we got an appetizer of what he could do. He's just one of those ones that I feel like could be. I feel like he's very special and should be protected. Like, I don't think we should see him in this situation ever again. They didn't necessarily do something wrong. I believe that strongly in this guy from what I've seen. Because he's
the speed
force.
division is Lexus King, and a rookie. And Evolve guys, because EK Prosper is he's an actual NXT talent now, but both Dorian Van Dux and Starboy Charlie or Chaz, whatever, Starboy Chuck, they're Evolve people. So they're not even on the NXT roster. If they were, I guess I would say, like, if we have a problem with him losing this match, then he shouldn't have had the match, because he shouldn't have won. Because Prosper
I
is
100% agree with.
EK Prosper is an NXT guy, and he should absolutely beat Lexus King next week. He won't. But I should absolutely beat Lexus King next week, because Lexus King's going to win with the help of all of his fucking jobber friends. His Nepo baby friends, and he's gonna, like, lord over the speed division for a while, you know.
I agree with. He should not have won this match. My assertion is he should not have been in it. But that's just me having a different outlook on how they should use people. I feel like he is someone who. My stock is just very high on this guy, and I feel like when you can see the full extent of what he can do, I'm going to send you his vignette right now. I've been looking for it.
Greg Cherry says, you can't be 275 and do 450s. Speak for yourself.
I mean, I am impressively neither of those. I can't do 450s, and I'm not strong, so. I was going to actually say this. Some people are saying, like, Brian Cage. That's who came to my mind, too. Was, like, Brian Cage can do some stuff off the ropes that he should not be able to do, and it's kind of like a funny guy.
Like, he can, but it's like when Brock Lesnar used to pull out a short and star press for no reason. You know what I mean? This feels like they baked it into his whole core.
Yes, yeah.
Like, that's
not,
the thing about this, is it does not feel like he's a big dude who does flippy moves. It feels like he's a flippy wrestler who's also yoked.
That's not how he was presented in his initial vignette. So I think that's good, though, if he can do both. Like, that makes him extraordinarily unique. Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah. We have our very long pre-tape vignette trying to fix the Kendall Gray has no character problem.
Yes.
And I don't think they gave her a character, but they did make her more of a figure, I guess. Like, all of this was new information to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they really could have.
We got insight into who she is finally.
I would have loved to have had this information prior to her winning the Iron Survivor match.
Yes, I agree.
Like, they waited like 5 months to, like, really tell us who this lady is, when all we know is, like, straps down. It's like literally almost everything we know about her is straps down, and, like, including suplexes, but mostly straps down. And obviously she's a great, tremendous in-ring talent. They are, and I respect them for attempting this in NXT. I don't know that it'll work on the main roster. They are saying her character is that she is a really, really talented wrestler. Like she's a normal person who happens to be a really, really talented wrestler. We're not giving her a specific cadence, a catchphrase. We're not giving her a bunch of like wacky character traits. We tried her eating a whole cake one time, but it just felt forced and weird. She refers to that in this thing, like she gets to be goofy with Ren outside the ring, but in the ring she's no nonsense. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool, but like, I want this to work. I am doubtful that it will work in the long term. I feel like they're going to, on the main roster, they're going to Ivy Nile her. Not in the booking, but in the just, I'm angry. Give me my title shot. And I feel like that's too simple. Like they're allowing her to be nuanced and just I like this, but it's so rare with women in WWE that they ever allow that to be the case. So we'll see, but I hope it works.
I think she's so young that like I think they'll have something before she gets to the main roster, hopefully in place to prevent that. But this was one of those things tonight where I was like, they're assuming casuals are going to be tuning in. This was one of those things where it was like, they, for no real reason, gave us a ton of information on Kendall Gray today. I liked it. I wish they had done this sooner as well. But I understand the impetus for doing it tonight. It would be so cool if they gave a shit about Natty's character and Natty raised her instead of Maxine. Like, how cool that would have been. Like, if we didn't waste that, and now Maxine is, like, talking to Austin Theory or whatever bullshit. I know. I'm sorry to have to hurt you like that. They could still do it. My heart. But, like, it would be so good.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I need to talk to Shiloh Hill. I need to build a time machine so I can go back in time and make this happen. We like that is the brightest timeline. If we can go back and make that happen, the rest of the world will just right itself.
Yeah,
we'll just
nature is healing.
Oh no! I can't get that out of my head.
I'm sorry.
I can't get out of my head that was what we should have been doing this whole time.
Do you want to give Shawn Michaels a call and see? If it's too late, maybe?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness.
We're gonna try and call up HBK about this.
Oh, gosh. Hi. Yeah. No, Sean. Hi. Yes, it's me. Yeah, no, Higginbutt. Do you have access to a time machine? No, sorry. I mean, do you have Natty's phone number? You could probably find it. It's in Canada. You got to use a different area code. You should put her with Kendall Gray. Just shut up. Just do it. Do it. Natty Neidhart, not Natalia who farts. No, not the pink cowboy hat. No, Natty Neidhart. Put her with Kendall Gray. And it can be the mentorship thing. No, I know you already. I know. Listen, I'm not yelling at you. I know that Hunter already did that with Maxine, but it sucked. It did. There's a reason why you never let Maxine wrestle while she was in NXT. You could see the truth. So I know you're on my side with this. So we're going to pretend all of that never happened. And we're going to put Kendall Gray with Natty Neidhart, and then world peace will be achieved. Okay. All right. Okay. Goodbye, Hickabut.
I think you need to start telling him you love him when you get off the phone. If you're gonna yell "shut up" at him,
No, I'm in a very fragile emotional state right now.
no, I understand, and it's my fault. I'm the one that did that to you.
Oh my god, that would have been so good.
It would have been so good.
I'm not kidding you. That's like top 5 best ideas that WWE never did or screwed up or will never do. It's
It's right there.
my chest hurts. Oh man.
So sorry, Alex.
Oh boy. Anyway,
Alex, you know what?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, I can't go back in time and fix that for you, but I can
No.
take you other places.
Yeah, good.
I can take you other places digitally, with our friends at NordVPN. And also, I feel like maybe if I play this ad
Okay.
and come back, you'll be in a better mood. Not because you just had time to digest what I just suggested, but also like when you hear about what NordVPN provides, you're gonna be over the moon. It's gonna be amazing.
That might be.
NordVPN.com/Fightful is a must-have for our viewers. Watch all of WWE's content with one Netflix account. Watch WWE shows that normally air on broadcast platforms on YouTube if they're missing from Netflix. Then get your AEW shows in a much more affordable package if you don't want to deal with cable and pay-per-view providers with that My AEW account. But save big now with NordVPN.com/Fightful and get 4 extra months. 30-day money-back guarantee, but you go there, you click Get the Deal, and the plans start at less than $3 a month. They go up to a whopping $6.33 a month on average and include things like the VPN, email, phone, credit card, and national ID monitoring, scam call protection, 1 terabyte of cloud storage, a password manager, Nord Protect. It's got malware and browsing protection, everything you need to browse safely, securely, and affordably at NordVPN.com/Fightful.
Aren't you just over the moon about NordVPN.com/Fightful?
I am as over the moon as a brick that I threw.
Which is pretty over the moon.
Mm-hmm.
When LT Photo says my hair still looks fantastic. Thank you so much. I like it too. It's getting a little longer. We're getting a little blonder for the summer.
See, now Jam is adding on to this, and I like it. Have Natty run a dojo with Kendall, Ivy Nile, and Carmen.
See, now this you could also do because you could have her be like, the problem wasn't me, the problem was Maxine kind of thing of like, it was the wrong student, right teacher. I'm gonna find the right crew to roll with. That would actually be great.
Yeah.
And he would infuse the roster with a bunch of new women's talent and Ivy Nile, who you are wasting.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Carmen Petrovich is alive and
She's evolving.
Evolve?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I miss her. I liked her.
Yeah. Of course, Cyclo tells us what they were actually do is after she charged that dojo, Maxine's going to run the gauntlet, beat Kendall, beat Ivy, and beat Carmen Petrovich in order to get to Natty. That's how they would actually do it. That's
you
the
blew
real
it.
thing.
You ruined it. You ruined it with your realism. I'm not even talking into this mic today, but I still had to slouch down in my chair. Because I'm so sad about the fact that they probably would do that.
Yeah, they sure would.
Now that I've slunk out of my shot, you can see my projector behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I don't think that's my diploma. I forget what that is. But I realized how exposed I left my setup as I slunk down in my chair. So
yeah,
that is just a steamer. So that's not fun. But that's about it. I could probably tilt this TV to be my background. That could be
you
fun.
probably could. That would be nice.
That'd
Yeah,
be
you
sick.
could just like basically it's like a TV green screen.
Yeah. When my new desk arrives, I don't know if this will be my vantage point, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, I do the show from down here now because MD Cyclo ruined my idea.
That's fine. That's cool. Awesome.
Well, I'll gradually come up.
It's also cool because the reflection of the TV lets us see your kitchen.
Yeah, there's some stuff on the ledge. Why are you judging?
No, we can see your kitchen. We can see
I get
almost
that. This Jan Beard.
Whatever. Like we can see a lot of your apartment in the reflection on your TV.
I put Jan Beard in timeout as a joke.
I hope that his super chats were not removed because we haven't read them yet. Okay.
It's only for a minute.
All right. They'll be back after that? Okay, cool.
So bad. No, I didn't ban him permanently. That would be bad.
There was the other thing, Kendall. Most of the like a good third of this very long promo was about how awesome it was that John Cena personally chose her to be in the Irons Forever match. And I don't know how to break it to you, sweetheart. He does not know who you are. He has no clue. So he read a list of names given to him. I know
on Twitter.
I know Honda voiceover John Cena when I hear it. That man read a script that was handed to him. He did not know who you were. I apologize.
I don't mean to ruin your Honda days, but he does not know who you are.
Mm-hmm. So remember how I was like, oh, I think I know what he is building and what the stipulation is going to be. I can't believe they're doing that. That's a hell of a stipulation. Now, when I thought it was confirmed to me because Robert Stone finds Tatum Paxley hanging out on some shelving, like on the third level of shelving. And he's climbing this like rolling staircase to talk to Tatum Paxley about the stipulation. And I thought, oh, like the shelving is kind of I thought Charlotte was building scaffolding and it was going to be a scaffolding match. Like they used to do those things way back in the day. And like
they gotta do that with him though.
I mean, but I thought he was building scaffolding for a Tatum Paxley versus Blake Monroe because she's up on the shelves and he has to climb up to talk to her. And she's like, I wanted to get a feel of what it was like way up here because I wanted to like whatever. I thought that's what he was building. He was building scaffolding for a scaffolding match, and it was not. He shows up and he's got a casket. It's a very big casket.
It's an enormous casket.
It's a very big casket. It looks like the double tall, double wide one that Yokozuna had made for him by the Undertaker.
There you go. Probably.
Yeah.
I did want to call attention to something because we haven't the past couple weeks. It's definitely like giving Daphne and Crowbar vibes. Yes. And some people have been critical of that, but Crowbar himself was online today saying like it's awesome. If Daphne were here, she would love it. My dog's named after Daphne, obviously. And it warmed my heart to see how much it warmed Crowbar's heart because he's posted it online a few times, and they kind of have. There's a palpably special dynamic between the two of them with this, and it's nice to see, and I'm glad that Crowbar's able to speak on behalf of it because when wrestlers have tragic ends like Daphne did, sometimes like that's just the only note that gets kind of taken from things or like does for too long. And I love that like her energy is kind of living on through this, and that Crowbar was like, man, she'd have adored that. If she were still around, she might have been a match agent at this point, he even said, and you know, like who knows. But it makes me happy, and then it made me happy to see that Crowbar was so happy about that. So sometimes wrestlers watch these things, or sometimes they catch wind of these things, and if they didn't see that crowbar set it or whatever. Like that's just an important hallmark, I think, and it's when wrestling does inspiration right instead of parodying or just outright copying, and I love that. So that came very alive to me in this segment. Was like the crowbar Daphne dynamic was definitely kind of here.
Yeah, I think we love Foggy Tots. Foggy Tots
We do.
is we're very big on Foggy Tots.
Wood chip, yeah.
There is a women's title match in the main event, and it's the conclusion of Jacy Jayne's NXT career.
That's what I saw was the people that were there live. She was blowing kisses and crying, and they were all doing goodbye Jacy chants and stuff. So I think this is probably it. At least her last.
So
match,
it was interesting because they did some stuff, like they did basically a carbon copy spot of how she won the title from Stephanie.
Yes. Yeah.
And it didn't work this time. And I thought that was kind of like well, if this doesn't work, well, maybe that's it for me, kind of a thing. But like, there was no drama here. Like,
I thought the group would have broken up or something.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, we knew Lola was winning. It was a perfunctory, you know, we're just gonna get it's her first title defense. There was nothing about this that, besides the fact that we now know it was Jacy's last match in NXT after
revenge filled.
After 72 years. But like, it's I don't know, you know, like, this was good. And Lola won, like we knew she would, and I thought Jacy did a very good job in what we now think is her last match, and we will see what develops with Jacy Jayne by herself going up, or is the whole faction anyway? After Lola wins, Callie Armstrong comes out and does a big flying clothesline to all of Fatal Influence, and then Kendall Gray is here, and Izzy Dame is up on the Raven's Nest, and then Zarya, her music starts playing, and I'm like, dude, you don't get to come out here if you lost to Sol Ruka. Come, and then Sol Ruka shows up and they fight, and I'm like, okay, well, that's why you came out here, so you could just do this. Zarya beats Sol Ruka in the last woman standing match, please, and then we can stat about seeing, like, there are few women's Haas battles I would like to see more that WWE could put on than Callie Armstrong and Zarya. But I also feel like both of them need to win. Like, but it would be kind of interesting to see, like, if you don't, like, listen, strap up Zarya immediately with a world title and have everybody chase her, but you're not going to do that. So the way you keep her busy is she has a best of 5 with a bunch of, like, it doesn't have to be a best of 5, but it ends up being that because the first 2 are a double count out and a referee stoppage, because these two kaiju can't stop beating the hell out of each other. And it's Callie Armstrong and it's Zarya. Like, would that be entertaining while we mess around with Lola Vice versus Izzy Dame for some reason? Sure. But, like, you also run the risk of fully overshadowing Lola Vice's title reign with women that we would much rather see do stuff fighting for not the title. Sure. And they did that a lot with Jacy Jayne early in her title reign, which is why it felt so underwhelming.
Sure. Because
we were like, Jordan Grace and Mariah May should be for the title. those are your two top women in NXT. Everybody sees it. You know what I mean? Like,
and that was Blake's whole thing when she had first arrived too.
When she first arrived, says I'm going to be the next woman, and she's, I don't think she's, So it's just odd. I don't know. Like they do their division is deepening. You know what I mean? And that's cool. It's just that you need to reorder who's in order, unless you say
and clarify
you're nominally the champ. And then we have all these women around you who feel like they're fighting each other, and the winner of that fight obviously beats you. That's
I also
kind
feel like
of
they just go to this playbook too much of like a bunch of people are going after the champ like all at once instead of like they're just like we're just going to spill out like a box of cereal that has fallen down. Like they're just like here's a bunch of women. So I just would rather them tell stories. But yeah, like Lola, they desperately need to give Lola a character. So I'm okay with that being something that revolves around the title. But if you were like, who are the top 5 people that should be champion in NXT right now? I would not. She would not be in my top 5.
I don't know what you're talking about. Her character is MMA Cuban dancing butt. That's her character.
One might argue, perhaps, that that's not a character. I would argue.
Okay, well,
I'm one.
Fine. I mean, you're the one arguing? Okay. Fine.
It's me. Congratulations, Jacy Jayne. Jesus, what a NXT career. What a productive use of a title reign. And I hope she does great things on the main roster. We were all shocked and assumed she was a transitional champion. She proved everybody wrong. She did great. I hope good things await her on the main roster.
Part of the thing about Shawn Michaels' booking is that he does a really good job of making you feel like people are unimportant and will never be important, and then puts the title on them. You know what I mean?
He definitely does that.
So, it's just like Jacy Jayne was the 3rd member of Toxic Attraction, and then she was also women's champion, and it just there were pit stops along the way. But like one of the pit stops was she was a sexy co-ed's calendar entrepreneur, and like 2 stops after that was world champion. Like I don't like. That's the thing is that I don't feel like if you say like a full career in NXT. Like none of them had like the ridiculous highs and ridiculous lows.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Teaching Thea Hale how to wear a leather skirt. You know what I mean? It's an important part of NXT lore.
Also, one of our favorite Mike gaffes ever of my 2-inch waist.
Yes.
Was it 2 inches, 6 inches, 4 inches? I don't know.
2 inches. My beautiful snatched 2-inch waist.
Yeah, there you go.
And I was like, wow, that is snatched.
Like, that's tiny. That's medically concerning. I don't know where your organs go.
No.
But yeah, she was there before the 2.0 era, technically. And then through the 2.0 era. Mm-hmm. God bless you if you made it through that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then into where we're at now. So I hope good things await for her on the main roster. She definitely deserves it. And yeah, that was NXT Revenge. Didn't feel very revenge filled.
No, like Jacy Jayne was trying to get revenge but failed.
Correct. Yeah.
Ethan Page, I wouldn't call that revenge. Like if Joe Hendry had a match against Tony D, that would be trying to get revenge.
That would be revenge. Yeah.
I don't feel like there was a lot of revenge.
If you showed me this episode and were like, what's the theme of the episode, I would not have said revenge.
No.
So.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Anyway.
part 2 is Vengier.
Yeah. Vegas puns. Greg
Vegas,
Jerry
baby.
says Jake the Snake Eyes. Rafael Garcia says Motor City Slot Machine Guns and Blackjack Perry.
Very good.
Celo Gatto says One-Armed Bandito, Alistair Blackjack, and Pit Boss Man.
Very nice.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Interesting. We got some good a lot of good jukeboxes.
Yes, we do.
Lieutenant Photo says Mandalay Bebe. This is for me. Greg Cherry says Bam Bam Bellagio.
Hey, that's a really good one. I like that one.
And Lieutenant Photo says no Hold'em's Bard and the Bastard Pakarat, which I only know because James Bond plays that. That's a James Bond. It's a James Bond game. Me Norma says head of the craps table. Oh Buffet Femi. Piper's Pit Boss. A-Town Double Down. The Sands of Time Hotel. Bam Bam Bellagio. And Cactus Blackjack.
Very nice.
Meet Norma says Cesaro Swingers. Casino Buffemi. Fear and Lola in Las Vegas.
There you go.
See here. Meet Normus says Zelina Vegas, Darby All In, and Willow Chippendale.
Very nice.
Not Nightingale, but Chippendale.
Chippendale. I like it.
Spidey Boy says Texas Hold'em Deathmatch.
Very nice.
Jinder Mahjong. 5 Knuckle Card Shuffle. Sean Ross Craps. And whose house? Full House.
Sean Ross Craps on multiple levels. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a different kind of Full House. Greg Cherry says Black Zack Sabre Jr., the Blue Meanie Group. The Blue Man Group, but it's all Blue Meanies, would be a really great Vegas show.
That would rule. I'm here for it.
Carlito Caribbean Stud.
Very nice.
Big Blind Josh. MGM Grand Slam Champion. Freebird Roulette. Shane Muckman. That's very good. And Bluff Bagwell. Love you. We love you. We love you too.
Thank you, Craig. That was great.
Dash Kingdom says Roll Snatcher. Jada Poker. Jada Polka. Jada Polka. Cash Dealer.
Polka.
Nightclub WWE. Nightclub WWE. Ethan Wager.
Very nice.
Shatter Slot Machine. Stone Fold. Case Money Punk. Stone Fold. And The Roulette. Globa Femi.
I like that a lot. Very well
That's
done.
also it's spherical.
It is.
The Globa Femi.
The globe.
Kate could play the pirate character. I don't know what that is in reference to. Jam Beard, what are you?
We do so much silly shit. I don't even know where that came from.
I don't even know where that came from.
I've
Dash
seen
Kingdom
Hall
says
Pirate.
4 of a kind. RVD. 4 of a kind. 4 of a kind. 4 of a kind. Andy
Back when
Housen.
themes were men.
Chip Sabian. Free Spin Balor. Prize winner Kevin Owens.
Hell
Up
yes.
the Sleva Marie. Hold'em Paxley.
Hell
And
yes.
Shuffle Decker Steppers.
Very nice, Dash Kingdom. Thank you for those.
Silver Apocalypse. The Apocalypse says One Arm Bandito.
Very nice.
Texas Hold Emma. Texas Hold Emma. 7 card Big John Stud. Zach Pie Gowan. Jackpot Perry. Madcaps Moss.
Very nice.
These
These are good. You guys did good.
Enormous says it's barbecue taco night at Meat Castle. Don't worry, Kate. There's plenty of Adam Cole slaw. In 24 hours, we could all be changed for the worst. Serenity now.
We could. I can't do it
Oh.
on impression.
Jim Bridge says the pirate character from Dodgeball
Oh.
for Kate to play in the Floorball movie.
Who's
There we
Steve
go.
the Pirate? Oh, did you even? You didn't see Dodgeball, did you?
No. Just
There's
some
a
clips.
character who's a pirate the whole time, and then at the end he goes missing, and one of the other characters goes, "Who's Steve the Pirate?" It's like the best because they're like, the only guy on our team who dresses like a pirate. He just does not acknowledge it the whole time. Who's Steve the Pirate? Good shit.
Jambeards says, "Here's some money for Kate's kitchen."
Thank you for sending money. I won't ban you from the chat anymore.
Okay, I have. Okay, let's see here. Well, you have
Preemptive
one.
apologies for Darby Allin possibly winning tomorrow was like genuinely very funny to me.
Yeah. Okay. To quote Hickenbottom, "I'm sorry, I love you, Alex, but in anticipation of his inevitable win tomorrow, Darby sings 'We Are the Champions' by Queen."
If it wasn't such a damn good request, I'd excuse you from school from having to do it. But that's an excellent one.
Okay. Here we go. "I've paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share of sand kicked in my face. But I've come through, and I mean to go on and on and on and on and on. We are the champions, Malachi Black. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions, Brody King. We are the champions, Buddy Matthews. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world." Julia Hart.
That's gonna
He hasn't
headline
feuded with
Coachella
them in years. He hasn't feuded with any of them in years.
No.
Yeah.
They're not even in the company.
But I only do it to pop you. Honestly.
It's amazing. Oh, I love it so much. That's gonna headline Coachella next year. That song and that rendition. If Liv Morgan doesn't.
Yeah. Stone Cold Kate to sing "With My Baby Tonight" by Jeff Jarrett.
Again, I don't know if I have a Stone Cold impression. I think I just did it good once.
I mean, I think you do.
I did it really good one time, and I have no idea if it's repeatable, but we're going to find out together. Spend my day working hard on the go. I sound like you're Braun Strowman.
I think
Put my hands on the clock, keep spinning too slow.
You're too gravelly.
He's
You just got to get it right in
though,
He's gravelly, but he's not. He's like, it's way back here. It's just down. Let's down low like this. It's not gravelly. It's down there. It's right in the chest.
But the hands on the clock keep spinning too slow. No, see, that still sounds it. Because I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight. Yeah. Because I did it wrong last time. I'll just do yes. You know, my baby's got me wrapped around her little finger. What? Because she knows that I'd walk through hell and back just to be with her. Yeah. I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight. What? The chorus is Road Dogg. So I think I don't have to do it because he's not here anymore.
It's good. Yeah, don't do that. It's fine.
That hurts.
So,
I'm sorry I make you do Braun Strowman, but it's really fun and good.
Rafael Garcia says, "The spirit trapped in the dumpster fire," whoever Alex says that is, sings "My World" by Dale Oliver, including the Bree-Woos. I guess we're going to find out.
Jeff Jarrett's My World? What is this Jeff Jarrett kick in this chat?
I don't know. Who's the spirit trapped in the dumpster fire? I don't know who the spirit trapped in the dumpster fire is.
I don't know. Do we need to summon him? Is Jeff Jarrett in the dumpster fire?
No.
Is the angle with him and MJF in the dumpster fire? Because it should be. Is Darby Allin in the dumpster fire?
I don't think he is. I'm trying to figure out who's trapped in the dumpster fire.
There's been so many, I feel like.
I'm you know what? I'm just gonna wing it. Let's find out.
Okay. Jericho, the chat saying.
No.
Is it Liv Morgan doing Trouble?
This earth is not your place. The pale skin is on your face. If you step inside with me, you will see a king. He ain't dead, he's Jeff. Don't want to hear your big mouth talk. Bree will, bree will, bree will, bree will. In my world, time to leave my mark in my world. Now in the cold, in the dark, my world. And leave my mark in my world. Now in the dark, my world. Free will.
Dumpster Trouble. The show is the best. This is the most fun. It's so fucking silly.
Turn off dumpster fire. Come on.
Oh God, we've been saying that this whole
No, my
road
goodness.
to
We
WrestleMania.
sure have. We sure as
Oh,
shootin'
terrible
have.
news. We had.
What?
Am I here? Am I gone?
What?
Did my
You're
camera
here.
cut out?
No, I can see you. Hello.
Okay.
I can see you.
We have a wrestling chat, which is unfortunate.
Uh-oh.
Just kidding. Thank you,
Oh,
Champion.
that's good.
Did we say this?
We did not. I missed it. If Saquon Sugars wins the North American title, then he can wear it on his other shoulder, so it looks like he has two straps. That'd be good.
Nailed it. Solves our one sleeve problem.
Tom really says I wait all week for this show.
Me too, kind of. The show rules.
Okay. So this is I don't even know if all the lyrics are online. Everyone Wants Trouble Trouble by Liv Morgan.
Miss Olivia. Everybody Wants Trouble by Liv Morgan, but by you doing Liv Morgan.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right, here we go. I guess I found it.
Let's
I found
go.
it. Okay. Okay, so there's a lot of people who they want to sing this. So I guess I gotta do that last. Okay.
What are we doing with our lives?
I don't know.
It's the best. It's always this part of the show where I pause and I'm like,
hey, it's me. So hold on. There's a lot. I got two songs to sing, and then it's not even a duet. It's like a triad with two other guys.
a triumvirate of voices.
Something like that. So here we go. First one is Coco Beware's theme, Pile Driver by the Coco Beware lyrics. Let's see.
I one time went down a very deep rabbit hole about Coco's bird. Frankie
I
the
know you.
macaw
I remember you talking about that. Poor Frankie.
died in a house fire.
That's the saddest thing ever. Because usually
There's a
they
guest book you can sign online.
Sometimes love is like a slow dance. You can tiptoe around, but I don't make a sound. You can make a silent little romance, but sometimes love sounds like a fight. It sounds like an argument. It sounds just like a pile driver. Yeah, a pile driver. Oh, yeah. Now, Coco, listen, if he were up here, I would ask him, what does a pile driver sound like to you? Because to me, it does not sound like romance.
You guys have different
Sometimes
versions
love,
of romance.
it just feels great. First, you think you're so strong, but something goes wrong. It feels like a great big mistake. But sometimes love feels just right. It feels so real. It feels just like a pile driver. Yeah, a pile driver. Yeah, you're right beside her. Your heart's on fire. She's got you getting higher. Pile driver. Yeah, pile driver. That's our time.
Rest in peace, Frankie the Macaw. I went down a tag team rabbit hole, and I really liked High Energy a lot.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah. I got to talk to Owen about that because I feel like maybe that was prior to him being taken seriously by Vince McMahon.
I would say so too. Yes, but I
Mhm.
loved them.
Yeah. Lyrics.
Blurry.
So Fidel Gatto wants me to sing "Viva Las Vegas." Here we go. Bright Light City gonna set my soul on fire. Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so set those stakes up higher. There's 1,000 pretty women waiting out there, and they're all living devil may care. And I'm just the devil with love to spare. Viva Las Vegas, if you will. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas, baby daddy. Oh yeah, that's a classic.
That is a classic. You gave it your all on that one.
You know, I had to. So hold on. So Dusty gonna start Trouble by Liv Morgan.
All right.
So we're gonna see how this goes. Okay, let's see how this whole thing. Who knows? So here we go. Oh wait. Trouble. Trouble by Liv Morgan lyrics. And then we're gonna look at them. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Bite me. I feel like bad decisions, but you still wanna bite. I feel like bad decisions, but you still wanna fight. Trouble, that's me. Cherry lips, bad energy. Say it once, say it twice, and I'll give it to you all night. I'm your your bad advice. Bite me. Hello.
Ricky, tagging in.
Say my name like it's a secret. Say it low, then say it loud. Try to frame me as the problem, like I don't enjoy it now. You want sweet, you want careful, you want safe behind the eyes. But I flirt with every danger, and I don't apologise. Bite me.
That was beautiful.
Are you rise on me lately? Do I make you uncomfortable? I'm the thought that you shouldn't finish. I'm the sin that you bet you can't confess. Lips and bad energy. Say it once, say it twice, and I'll do it to you all night. I'm your bad advice. I feel like bad decisions, but you still want to fight.
It's you pushing your whole nose over with it that really gets me. Yeah.
That was Axiom. That was Axiom.
That was Axiom doing that. Sorry.
That was the first Axiom we've had sighting in weeks.
I know.
Not like there's certainly definitely not on SmackDown. That's crazy.
That's for sure.
Wow. I don't know. Okay, well.
That was NXT Revenge.
That was NXT Revenge.
Well,
you know what they say about revenge? It's a dish best served cold.
that is what they say. That is what they say, Dusty.
All right. You know what else is cold?
What?
You. If you keep cool, gabagools.
Yeah.
See you for WrestleMania weekend.
And for AEW Dynamite tomorrow, me and Alex. Maybe Dusty.
Oh, that's fun. I'm sure Alice is gonna love what happens on that night.
We
Bye,
will
everybody.
find out.